and welcome to Think About It, and Happy Tax Day 2012. It's that joyous time of year where those who haven't done so already get to put pencil to paper or perhaps hire a professional to help determine exactly how much money to send to Washington, D.C. I do realize that for 47% of this country, today has no special meaning whatsoever because you and I, who do pay taxes, we're going to foot the bill for them. So it makes it even more appalling more and more often when I hear the president talk about fairness and the Buffett rule and things that will make 0% of difference in our world, but he likes to use them as election campaign wedge tools that the uneducated seem to fall for time and time again. As we talk about tax day, of course, we can't do so without mentioning some of our favorite decisions made by those in Washington, D.C., to spend your money on only the wisest and best of things. Let me read to you just a brief list. How about $113,000 for a video game preservation center in New York? How about $550,000 for a documentary about how rock music contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Union? How about $10 million for a remake of Sesame Street in Pakistan? And perhaps one of my favorites, how about $48,700 for the second annual Hawaii Chocolate Festival that promotes Hawaii's chocolate industry? And who here doesn't like some chocolate? On top of it all, we find out that in January, when Michelle Obama took a little African safari, she of course took the daughters, Sasha and Malaya, along with her, as any mom would want to. What we didn't really pay attention to at the time was that the daughters were officially classified as senior advisors to the First Lady for the trip. Why? Is it because of their wisdom and experience in this sort of thing? No. It was because being classified in that way means you and I got to pick up 100% of the cost for their travel. I believe in the New Testament teaching that we are to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. I don't like it any more than you do, but that's the instruction and I am supposed to follow that, so I've sent in my taxes. But I also remember that back in New Testament times, the people who were being ruled over didn't have any choice whatsoever as to who Caesar would be. They didn't have elections. They didn't go to the polls. They didn't vote. They didn't have campaign ads, so I guess it's a kind of a wash in that regard. We do have a choice. And come this November, I really hope you'll pay attention to how this wastefulness on both sides of the aisle has decimated our nation. I hope you'll pay attention to how the arrogance from the current White House occupants contributes to the growing debt, the dividing along class lines, and the continued redistribution of wealth and redefinition of the word fairness. Because this November, you do have a hand in choosing Caesar. Think about it, and happy tax day.